Ever feel like you're shouting into the void online?
Yeah.
You pour your heart into a blog post, website, whatever, and crickets.
It's tough out there.
It is. But, today's deep dive is all about cracking that code. We're talking Google rankings,
Oh, the algorithms?
the algorithms. And we're dissecting a forum post from someone claiming to have all the SEO secrets.
A secret playbook. I like it.
Think of it like our treasure map,
Yeah.
right? And of course, I couldn't navigate this without an expert who can tell us if we're headed for gold or maybe fool's gold.
Happy to be here to help separate the treasure from the trash.
Now, this post, it dives right in talking about the power of the right keyword phrase. And they emphasize it's not just about picking a popular word. It's about really understanding what the searcher wants. What's their intent?
Intent is everything, because you can pick a keyword, but if it doesn't match what people are actually looking for,
You're sunk.
it's useless. It's like, imagine you're at a restaurant.
Okay.
You wouldn't just say food.
Right.
I mean, I've been known to,
Right.
but I get what you mean. You'd be a little more specific. Maybe you're craving something in particular, or you need to eat quickly, or you're there to celebrate. Search intent is kind of like that. Figuring out what's on the searcher's menu.
Oh, I like that. So using the post example, best laptop for nursing students. That's not just about the laptop itself, is it?
Not at all.
It's about the whole student experience.
Think about it. Durability, battery life, software they need.
Right.
You're solving their problems before they even get to Anatomy and Physiology 101.
That's such a good point. It's like anticipating needs you didn't even know you had.
Exactly.
But this post, it doesn't stop there. It goes on to this whole thing about analyzing your competition. They even mention tools like RFs. I'll admit, that sounds a bit intimidating to me.
Refs can seem scary, but think of it like this. You're opening a bakery.
Okay.
You wouldn't just pick a random location and hope for the best.
No, you'd scope out the competition.
Exactly. See what they're offering, the prices, what their croissants taste like. It's like market research, but for the internet.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So RFs is our way to peek behind the curtain a little bit.
Exactly. And in this case, the post uses it to peek at a website that's already ranking for this laptop keyword. And what's interesting is they find the competition might not be as fierce as you'd think.
So less competition, maybe a better chance to stand out. Now, that's what I'd like to hear. And it's not just about that main keyword either, right? This post then breaks down all these subtopics, minimum requirements, durability, things like that. What's the strategy there?
Well, remember how we were talking about the searcher's menu of needs?
Yeah.
This is where you become the chef. You're not just serving the main course. You're anticipating the sides, drinks, maybe even dessert.
Ooh, dessert. Okay.
You're showing Google and your audience that you understand the full picture of what they're looking for.
All right, I am getting hungry just thinking about it. But seriously, that's brilliant. So it's not just about knowing the key words, it's knowing how to use them to answer every question your audience might have.
And that, my friend, is how you climb those Google search results.
Okay, so we've got our menu planned, the competition scoped out.
Yeah.
What's next in this SEO playbook?
This is where it gets interesting. They start talking word count.
Word count, really? So is it true what they say, like longer content is always better for SEO?
Yeah.
Asking for a friend who may or may not be a little wordy sometimes.
Here's the thing. Google doesn't have some magic word counter that's going to automatically boost your rankings. What it does care about is value. Think about it like this. Imagine reading a restaurant review that's just one sentence long. Food's good.
Okay, yeah.
You'd be like, wait, what kind of food? Was the service good? Did you leave hungry? I need details.
Give me the story.
Right, exactly. So longer content can be better,
Yeah.
but only if it's providing those details. Google's getting smarter at sniffing out the fluff, you know? It can tell if you're genuinely passionate about a topic or just stretching things out to hit some imaginary word count.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better. So quality over quantity, I got it. Now, this next part is where this SEO guru, they get really opinionated. They go on this whole thing about keyword density, basically like how often you should use a keyword in your writing. And they say, forget the percentages.
Yeah. This is one of those things where, experience trumps outdated advice. Keyword stuffing. Like where you just cram in keywords unnaturally. Used to be a tactic, but search engines caught on.
So annoying when people do that.
It's like that friend who uses your name in every sentence thinking it makes them sound sincere. It's just weird.
Yeah. So what's the alternative? Just like sprinkle keywords in like salt and pepper?
It's more nuanced than that. The post uses this great analogy of like talking to a 5-year-old versus talking to like a supercomputer.
Okay, interesting.
With the kid, you're going to use simple language, repeat the key points, make sure they really get it.
Right. But with a supercomputer, you could probably be a little more complex, right?
Exactly. And Google's getting better at understanding that, the nuances of language, the way humans actually talk and write. It's not about hitting some magic keyword count. It's about demonstrating that you understand the topic so well that those keywords just naturally flow.
Write for humans first, but keep that sophisticated AI in mind. Okay, I can work with that. But this next part of the post, this one really threw me for a loop. It almost completely dismisses the importance of high-quality content when it comes to rankings. It's like they're saying, just focus on pleasing the algorithm, not the reader.
Right.
I don't know about that.
This is where things get interesting. See, a lot of people in SEO will tell you content is king. And don't get me wrong.
High-quality content is important,
But it's not the only thing, right?
Right.
This post, and it's a little extreme, but it highlights something crucial. You need to find that balance. Yes, understand how Google thinks, how it reads, but you don't want to sacrifice good writing to do that. Engaging content.
So it's like you're trying to impress two very different audiences at the same time. Google, the ultimate food critic,
Okay.
and then the actual diners who just want a delicious meal, a good experience.
We want to enjoy their food. And you want Google to give you 5 stars, but you also want people lining up to get in.
It's the art and science of online content. This has been eye-opening. This one forum post. It's given us so much to think about.
It really has.
For those listening who are maybe feeling a little overwhelmed, what's the key takeaway? If they're going to remember one thing from this whole deep dive.
You know, whether you're building a website, writing a presentation, even just an important email, the core principle is the same. Know your audience. What do they want? What matters to them? What are their pain points, Answer their questions before they even ask them. That's how you create content that connects.
Don't shout into the void. Start a conversation.
Exactly.
I love that.
And this post, it got me thinking, if Google's getting better at understanding this natural language, how long until, I don't know, these algorithms are so advanced they can really grasp the nuance of how we communicate?
Whoa. That's a mind-blowing thought. Will we even need keywords anymore?
Right.
Will it be all about the feeling behind the words?
That's a question for the future, I think. The tech innovators of tomorrow.
If you're listening, innovators.
But I think for now, being able to empathize, to craft a narrative that pulls people in, to connect on a human level, that never goes out of style.
This deep dive has been incredible. I mean, we went from dissecting a forum post to pondering the future of communication.
That's what we do here.
I think that's what I love so much about these deep dives. There's always something new to discover, no matter the topic. So thanks for joining me on this little SEO adventure.
My pleasure. Anytime.
And until next time, listeners, keep exploring, keep questioning.
Keep diving deep
into the world of information.